What's up? Welcome back to Van TV Media, guys. If you're new, please just consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that in case we do upload any story, you will be the first one to view. My people, President William Samoei Ruto has asked for forgiveness to the people of Tanzania, to President of Tanzania, after an online war that is going on, where the youths of Kenya are trolling President of Tanzania, are criticizing the President of Tanzania, are putting the President of Tanzania in caskets. So the President of Kenya has asked for forgiveness for whatever is happening online by Kenyans. Just listen to what President William Samoei Ruto said before we proceed.
And even as we rebuild relationships amongst ourselves, with our sons and daughters, with our children, with neighbors, with our neighboring countries, and all round, we must be careful always to thank God for what God has done to us and for us as a nation. Because it is said, if we are not grateful, if we are not thankful for the little, we can never be grateful for more. And therefore, I want to ask us as a nation, as a people, to work together, to do less of finding fault and to do more of building bridges that can make us even a greater nation. I stand here to tell you that I am confident about the future of Kenya. And I have no doubt in my mind that Kenya is truly a blessed nation. And the future of our country, no matter what happens, is going to be greater than our past. And so, ladies and gentlemen, friends, our neighbors from Tanzania, if we have wronged you in any way, forgive us. Our friends from Uganda, if there is anything that Kenyans have done that's not right, we want to apologize if there is anything. To our children, if there is any misstep, we apologize. To our neighbors, if there is any misstep that we have done, we want to build the relationship that will make our country great and will take us forward. And to each and every one of us, I know today God in his own way has made it possible for us to build the bridges between our political parties. We now have a broad-based government.
My fellow Tanzanians, if we've wronged you as Kenyans, forgive us. Those are not my statement. Those are the President William Samoei Ruto, the President of Kenya's sentiment, has asked forgiveness to the people of Tanzania, has asked forgiveness to the President of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu, for what is happening. My people, the story that is happening in East Africa, whereby these two countries of East Africa, Kenya and Tanzania, there is a war that is happening in this country where it has pushed the president of Kenya to react on it. It has pushed the parliament of Tanzania to react on it. You remember the other day, members of parliament from Tanzania spoke in the parliament and made some of the sentiment that some of we Kenyans, some of the people from Kenyans took it as wrongly. But for them, they thought it was the right sentiment for them. You remember the sentiment from the parliament members of parliament who said that the activist was arrested in Tanzania, later was deported in Kenya, was supposed to be tortured to come in Kenya while he was in oxygen machine support. I mean, that's some of the MPs. Just listen to them, then we'll be proceeding on.
Tulikosea kweli yule Martha Karua kumrejesha kule, na hili kosa lisitokee tena hapa. Hivi mtu anatoka huko analeta ujinga wake hapa, halafu eti anarejeshwa nzima salama salimini kweli? Na yule anayesema anadai kapigwa eti anashuka kwenye gari anajichechemeza kweli? Yule alikuwa apigwa arudi na mitungi ya gesi kule kwao, anafumulia gesi. Wengejua Tanzania, wengeona makali ya jeshi la Tanzania. Lakini eti leo mtu anadai kapigwa, anazungumza tu kule, anaendelea kuzungumza. Tumemwacha Martha Karua anaendelea kuzungumza akiwa Kenya kule. Mheshimiwa Waziri, hili lisitokee tena. Anayekuja kwetu tunamalizana naye hapa hapa. Anaingia ndani ya 18 zetu tumalizane naye hapa hapa. Wanapotaka tunataka. Sisi hatujashindwa na sisi hatuwaogopi. Wasifikirie kama walivyoweza kufanya kule kwao watakuja kuchochea Tanzania iwe hivyo. Tanzania ni nchi tunayoheshimiana. Tanzania ni nchi ambayo tunaishi kwa urafiki na udugu. Sisi tunaheshimu sheria zetu. Wao tuliwaona kule, walienda kunajisi mpaka bunge lao. Nchi gani ile? Eti alafu mtu anakuambia tukasome kwao. Tukasome nini? Kipi tukasome? Sisi hatuna cha kusoma kwa Wakenya, isipokuwa Wakenya watoke kule waje wajifunze kwetu. Waje watalii kwenye nchi yetu waone. Wafundishe namna siasa inavyofanya.
Okay. Those are some of the MPs of Tanzanians who spoke the words that they spoke in the parliament that made most of us here in Kenya and most people in the world wondering, how is it that leader can afford to speak the way she spoke? How can the leader can afford to tell the security of his country on what to do to the person who have gone to their country and do what the Martha Karua did, what the Boniface Mwangi did? So that is the sentiment that was made by that MP from Tanzania. My people, you remember the Kenya going to Tanzania, to Uganda voting. Then the election was postponed by the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni. All those President William Samoei Ruto has just come up and respond and ask forgiveness on what Kenyans have done to Tanzania and what Kenyans have done to Ugandans. He has asked forgiveness so that those two countries can forgive us as Kenyans. What is your opinion on that, guys? When you are in Tanzania, you are our brother. When you are in Uganda, you are our brother. And when you are in Kenya watching this video, just give us your opinion. What is your opinion after President William Samoei Ruto decided to ask forgiveness on your behalf as Kenyans? What is your opinions that Mr. President decided to ask the forgiveness after Kenyans youths decided to go to internet, decided to go to TikTok to make some of the words to the president of Tanzania, to criticize the president of Tanzania, to slams the president of Tanzania, to say anything, to say whatever they said on internet, on TikTok, to put the president of Tanzania on casket. Guys, just drop your comment and tell us what is your opinion on that. Yes. What is your opinion on that? Because it's, for me, it's good thing for President of Kenya to ask for forgiveness, and they are supposed to come together. They are supposed to arrange the day and decide to speak, to sit down and speak. Those forgiveness to be asked one by one, so that we can see on the way forward, because these things may make the business, the trade of these two countries to be minimal, that may cause harm in the relationship of Kenya and Tanzania. Because most of the because in Swahili we used to say fahari wawili wakipigana nyasi ndizo fanya nini huumia. So whenever people are trying to fight, whenever leaders are trying to fight, some of the innocent people, because here in Kenya we have innocent people, in Tanzania we have innocent people who don't know what is TikTok, who don't know what is going on, they will suffer in any outcome that will come. Those people who don't know what is happening online will suffer no matter what. So these people, this President William Samoei Ruto and President Samia Suluhu, Mama Samia Suluhu, are supposed to come together and decide and make sure those forgiveness, they're supposed to ask one by one. They're supposed to plan on way forward, on how we can control the relationship, how we can give upon the relationship to come the way it was before. Because whenever we saw the speech that was produced by those MPs in parliament of Tanzania in parliament, it shows that there is no friendship at all. Kenya and Tanzania, there is no friendship at all. For those speech that we saw in Tanzanian parliament, where a leader can enforce, where a leader can command person from another country to be injured because of him or her going to his country to watch out how the election was proceeding. Not election, how the court was proceeding. It was not good at all. It was not right at all. And those MPs, I may want them for sincerely, please, they are supposed to come forward and ask Kenyans forgiveness for whatever they said in parliament. They're supposed to come and ask forgiveness for whatever they said. And guys, remember to subscribe to our channel and just drop your comment on what is going on. Just tell us what are your opinions on what the MPs said in parliament and what President William Samoei Ruto has asked the for forgiveness to the people of Tanzania. And guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel so that in case you upload any story, you'll be the first one to view. And guys, let us meet in the next episode.